Kim and Khloe Kardashian are co-stars on their reality show, but more importantly, they're sisters who know how to fight with each other. Now, in one of the most recent episodes of The Kardashians, the sisters clashed over Khloe's parenting, with Kim suggesting that Khloe's 2 kids rule her life. Now, this came about after Khloe turned down a trip to Paris for Fashion Week because she wanted to be at home with her kids. Now, the episode also documented their family vacation to Aspen, which took place in January of this year. On the trip, Kim called out Khloe for FaceTiming her daughter during their group dinner. She said in a confessional, "Here we go again. She's just so stuck on what's going on at home that she can't have a good time." Now, a lot of people have called out Kim for mom shaming, but this isn't the first and certainly won't be the last time these sisters fight. Now, Charlie's Angels, Drew Barrymore, Cameron Diaz, and Lucy Liu reportedly got along incredibly well on set, but there was one problem: Bill Murray. Now, Lucy revealed on a 2021 episode of the Los Angeles Times Asian Enough podcast that Bill made unacceptable and inexcusable insults to her on set. I was like, wow, he seems like he's looking straight at me. I couldn't believe that his comments could be towards me, because what have I done to do with anything majorly important at the time? I say, "I'm sorry, are you talking to me?" And clearly he was, because then it became a one-on-one communication. Her response to the behavior though, she said, "I stood up for myself and I don't regret it. Because no matter how low on the totem pole you may be or whatever you came from, there's no need to condescend or to put other people down." Now, at the time of the film's release, Lucy was shocked by how the media framed the incident. What came out in the press was that I was this and I was that, but now though, Lucy said she has nothing against her former co-star. "I've even seen him since then at an SNL reunion, and he came up to me and was perfectly nice." Now, this isn't too hard to believe though, as Bill doesn't have a reputation for being pleasant to work with. Now, Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey worked together on Red Dawn, but it was just the beginning of their feud. Discussing the Shoot of the War film, Jennifer said, "Patrick was playing pranks on me and everybody. It was just like macho, and I just couldn't take it." Jennifer didn't want to work with Swayze again after what she dealt with, and their relationship then threatened his chances of getting the lead role in Dirty Dancing opposite the already cast Jennifer. Now, Patrick then apologized to Jennifer prior to his screen test for Dirty Dancing in hopes of making amends with the actress. Now, he was hired, but their feud didn't end. In his autobiography, Patrick recalled how difficult Jennifer was to work with. He dished about her hypersensitive reactions to criticism, the silly moods she frequently found herself in, and how often she disrupted filming by not containing her laughter. He said, "When we're doing those dance sequences and everything, and she's crying and she's giggling, those moments really work because they're real." They just took pieces of Patrick and Jennifer working together as attempting to be a dance team, and my frustration. My real frustration. I'm trying to keep this girl serious, I'm trying to keep her from crying, trying to keep her focused, to get past her fear and her ego. Now, Meryl Streep and Dustin Hoffman played feuding exes in Kramer vs. Kramer, which seems similar to their off-screen dynamic. When Meryl first heard about the film, she was mourning the death of her boyfriend, fellow actor John Cazale, who died in 1978. Now, according to a 2016 book about her life, her again becoming Meryl Streep, Dustin slapped Meryl across the face, taunted her about the recent death of John, and even shattered a wine glass next to her without telling her. He was goading her and provoking her, said producer Richard Fiskoff, using stuff that he knew about her personal life and about John to get the response that he thought she should be giving in the performance. Now, Meryl told the New York Times, "It was my first take in my first movie, and he just slapped me." Now, that wasn't the only time he mistreated her, as he threw a wine glass against a wall near her head, raised his voice, and criticized her. Now, afterwards, Dustin tearfully blamed his inappropriate on-set behavior on his real-life divorce and partying with drugs, per his speech at the British Academy of Film and Television Arts in 2017. Now, it's unclear if the actors made up or not recently, but several years before Hoffman's speech, Meryl appeared on a 2000 episode of Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, where she selected Hoffman as the kill response in a game of Kiss, Marry, and Kill. Desperate Housewives actor Nicollette Sheridan once went as far to call her co-star Teri Hatcher the meanest woman in the world, according to the show's writer Mark Cherry. Now, there's speculation that Nicollette wasn't the only star who didn't get on with Teri. In 2018, Felicity Huffman posted a tribute to the show online, complete with personalized messages to each of her former co-stars, with the exception of one person only, Teri. That same year, Ava Longoria appeared on Jimmy Kimmel Live and claimed that the stars were all still very good friends, before correcting herself with 99% of us are. Now, after the finale of the show aired and amid widespread rumors about the feud, Teri said to TV Guide, "I will never disclose the true and complicated journey of us all, but I wish everyone on the show well." When Joan Crawford died, Bette Davis coldly stated, "Joan Crawford is dead. Good." Now, the pair were huge stars in the 30s, 40s, and 50s who just happened to despise each other. Now, there were many reasons for their rivalry, including jealousy over a man and many attempts to undermine each other's careers. Now, despite their decades-long feud, they signed on to co-star in 1962's Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. Now, this might not have been the best idea though. While shooting a scene where Bette's character beats Joan's, Bette was reported to have hit Joan so hard that she needed stitches. Later, it was said that Joan got revenge by wearing a wrestler's belt in a scene where Bette, who had back problems, was supposed to drag her across the floor. Now, the feud went on for years after that, and it was so well known that their story was made into a TV show. Some examples of them feuding was the release of Bette's film Ex-Lady was overshadowed by the news of Jones's divorce, and then there was the love triangle involving another actor, professional grievances, there were public and private jabs, and this was a rivalry that lasted until Joan's death. Now, although these co-stars Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams eventually ended up dating, it wasn't love at first sight with the pair. The Notebook director Nick Cassavetes spoke about their feud in an interview, saying, "They were really not getting along one day on set, and Ryan came to me and he's doing a scene with Rachel and he says, 'Would you take her out of here and bring in another actress to read off camera with me?' He says, I can't do it with her, I'm just not getting anything from this." Now, Ryan wasn't alone, as Rachel had the same feelings towards him. Eventually, the pair were sent away to sort out their differences. Nick said, "We went into a room with a producer, they started screaming and yelling at each other. I walked out," the director further revealed, adding that when they emerged from their fiery encounter, they announced, "All right, let's do this," allowing the rest of the production to be smooth sailing. Hey, I guess sometimes you just gotta scream to let it out. Now, Bill Murray and Harold Ramis starred in 2 movies together, Ghostbusters and Groundhog Day. As Groundhog Day's producer Trevor Albert revealed in 2023 how the two had a tense relationship during filming, which ultimately led them to not speaking a word to each other for 21 years. They worked together 10 years prior on Ghostbusters, but their friendly relationship changed. Now, at the time of filming, Bill was not behaving in the best way, which led him to slip professionally. Now, per an explosive 2004 interview with Ramis in The New Yorker, the director revealed, "At times, Bill was just really irrationally mean and unavailable. He was constantly late on set. What I'd want to say to him is just what we tell our children. You don't have to throw tantrums to get what you want, just say what you want. It was unfortunate and probably made the movie considerably less fun to make," Albert said. "But you can still make a very good movie when people are not in perfect harmony." The Vampire Diaries stars Nina Dobrev and Paul Wesley had a steamy on-air chemistry, but when they weren't being filmed, they pretty much hated each other for a while. "Nina is my really good friend now, we talk all the time, and it's true. When we first started shooting The Vampire Diaries, we totally clashed. Creatively, it just wasn't in sync," the actor told Entertainment Tonight. "We're basically driving each other insane, and then after a few seasons, we developed this absolute mutual love." Now, it was Nina who first revealed that the pair didn't see eye to eye when filming the teen drama, saying in June 2019 that the pair actually despised each other. "We really just didn't get along the first maybe 5 months of shooting. Now, thankfully though, they smoothed things over and they get along now and are friends." Despite being 2 of the 4 surviving cast members of the original Star Trek series, William Shatner and George Takei are still feuding. George previously told the New York Times that William was not a team player on set. He said, "The rest of the cast all understood what makes a scene work. It's everybody contributing to it, but Bill is a wonderful actor and he knows it, and he likes to have the camera on him all the time." Then in 2021, after George mocked Shatner's trip to space, he retaliated by telling Page Six, "There's a psychosis there must be something else inside George that's festering, and it makes him unhappy that he takes it out on me. Why would he go out of his way to denigrate me? It's sad, I feel nothing but pity for him." Now, did any feud on our list surprise you? Let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. I'm your host Emily, and we'll see you next time. Peace.